And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
If you've never played an out-of-the-box game before, then you should know that they're games that are designed to be simple. Games that can be learned in 5 minutes or less. Games that anybody can play. Shake and Take is no exception. It's all about aliens, but it's more about shape recognition. But all that beyond, it's about having a lot of fun. The game actually can take up to 10 players, and it does seem to work well in such large groups. It's a game of speed, so some of you who don't like speed might want to run the other way, but it's not so bad. Let's take a closer look at the components. When playing Shake and Take, each player is giving a mat like this. It has a bunch of aliens on it. You could also take a bunch of shapes if you'd rather do the shapes, but let's do aliens. And so each of the mats is different. The same aliens are on each one, and these aliens come in one of several shapes. Either they're a triangle, a square, a heart, a star, or a circle. And so what you do is one player is handed this marker pen, and it has a erasable marker in it, which actually can come out so that if you want to buy more, you can put them inside. This alien head is on here for easy grabbability purposes. So you take the marker, and on your turn, you roll the die. Whatever you roll, let's say you roll a star here, I can immediately start circling all the star aliens that I have on my sheet. If I want to, I'm allowed to re-roll and say, ooh, now I'll start doing hearts, and continue doing that. If you ever roll the question mark, you can place it to whatever side you want and start circling the aliens of that shape. But while you're doing that, the person next to you is going to start rolling this die. And they can keep rolling it, and keep rolling it, and keep rolling it. They can start rolling as soon as your die hits the table. And as soon as they get that alien face, you might be writing, and they will grab that pen right out of your hand, grab the die, roll the die, and they will start circling stuff on their sheet. This continues on until somebody wins the game by circling everything on their sheet, at which point the game is over and that person wins. You then use the handy-dandy erasers in the game to erase all the marks on the sheets, and you can start over again. The game's pretty quick, and if a game is a large game, and by large I mean 6 or more players, it goes all the way up to 10, then you use 2 of these alien markers, 2 of the poppers, and 2 of the dice. Ooh, even 2 of the erasers. But that's basically the way the game works. And like I said, you can use either side of this. So if the alien shapes throw you off, you can simply go with abstract shapes. I like silly games and all. And, you know, this has the little green alien guy, woo, on the end of the marker. And the idea is simple. Roll die, go as fast as you can. And it's crazy and frenzied, and people are grabbing these. And I like them because if you're writing like this, it's easy for someone to grab it without their fingernails gouging you. Although, it can still happen. And all kinds of craziness and zaniness will commence from the playing of this game. But, I'm not sure that it's going to have a place in my collection as a party game. If I have a party game, have some people over and say, hey, let's play some party games, this is probably not going to be one of the ones I pull out. And yet I'm still going to keep it in my collection because this is what I call an excellent youth game. I can use it in my youth group, I can use it in my classes at school. Because it goes up to 10 players, and because kids will get such a huge kick out of passing the sheets around and using the markers and rolling dice as fast as they can, it will be hilarious and will work well with them. So for that purpose, I'm going to keep the game, and I suspect that's the audience that this game is intended for anyway. So if you work with kids or youth, even if you work with adults, I'm not saying this game is bad for adults, but I'm saying it's fantastic with kids. So check it out. Shake and Take. Love stealing that pen from someone else.
Thanks for joining us today. For more written, audio, and video reviews, as well as the #1 board game podcast, check out the website at www.thedicetower.com. Until then, this is Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.